What's up, guys? We're going to take a idiosyncratic look at the newly released Alien Attack A-01CC CID, and it is a toy for the future. And out of the box you get a truck slash robot, a shield in a bag, nicely painted and heavy, a gun in a bag with flames, because you need the flames, a sword that's out of the bag, because that's what I'm going to display it with, a card with stats and cubes. Those are Allspark cubes, I guess. A instruction booklet, and that's his name, El-Cid. Not really sure what the meaning of that is. And it comes with a hip flap skirt thing straight out of the box, because that was not attached. And let's see, so we're going to go over some vehicle mode comparisons, and then I'm going to do the transformation, and then, you know, if I'm still breathing after that, we will go over some opinions. And I've got a number of them, and a lot of mixed feelings too. Oh boy, here we go. So here he is with Hasbro's Leader Class Prime from the movie that they re-released for the fifth movie, and then we got the MPM Prime with the windshield that barely tabs in like it should. And they look pretty good together. It looks like the Alien Attack looks like it is the biggest one of the three, in as far as height, width, and definitely it's definitely the heaviest. That's yeah, this guy's nice and dense. And then we got some Invasion Mode Prime in there, and then we have a whole bunch of primes. And isn't that just Prime? So now is the grueling part. So after transforming it a couple times, I have this lovely little screw just dropped out like a kid in high school. Then there's a couple other pieces that they're going to fall off too. This little screw was holding on this piece, so it's not really much more of a way I can transform it without just that being off. There's still blue plastic around the screw, so I shredded the threading like around the screw, so maybe they just should have had a more strong plastic there for that. Yeah, that's supposed to tab in, and it never does. A lot of this stuff is kind of the best I can get it. Yeah, there's all kinds of issues with this. I'm not really sure what is to be done with the wheels. I guess there is like a little tab there. I haven't had any luck. Oh, I guess that is a tabbing. I guess that counts. I don't know. It's just real floppy, and even if it does tab in, the way that it rotates, it's still gonna just like flop around inside the wheel, and it doesn't seem like there's a way for that to tab in. So there's that. Alright, so I guess like I said a minute ago, let's start transforming it. Maybe I'm just procrastinating because I know what's in store. Alright, so I'm definitely not going to do robot to truck mode for the video, because that's too time consuming. We don't have all day. So I really like how the legs split and the shins and feet come flipping up above. I think that's an interesting movement and something we haven't really seen before. And so that's kind of cool. These arms that are holding the shins are those are die cast. And actually, I guess I should have fiddled with this stuff first. This transformation, it's got some really cool movements, but it's also kind of X-Transbotsy, like they're Apollyon. Alright, so this is gonna lift up, and that's on some flexible plastic. So okay, so this slides up, and then this comes up on top of that, but this little arm has to be put in there just right. These wheel parts can flip out and rotate. And that's pretty much it for the leg. We'll repeat the motion. And then this is one thing that caught my eye right out of the box. Is these things are on a spring here, and that's fine. But the spring comes out the bottom. So it doesn't stand perfectly. His feet don't touch the ground. This little needle of a spring here is what touches the ground, and I was thinking I could just cut it or reduce the length of it or something, but I wonder if the length were shorter, if the whole spring would then unravel itself, because it wouldn't be latched on with the same tension. I'm not sure. So that's why I'm hesitant to do that, but that's, there's issue number one out of the box for me. Okay, so then the head, we can get that out of the way, hopefully. This skirt piece is probably going to fall off, so I should probably just unpeg it right now. But let's see if we can't do it. Okay. All these parts are in the way of all these other parts. Okay. We're still not at the dreaded part where things have gone awry for me, and not as a result of my own, and not my fault. This front grille and tire and bottom of the door section are all one piece, and they're all connected to the rest of the transformer with this tiny rectangular tab right here, and it has a track, so it slides in and out on a pin, which allows you to get the mobility that you need. But being on that track makes the plastic thinner on the top and bottom, and it cracks. And I don't know if you can see, there's a hairline crack there. And I don't know if that's going to appear on many people's copy of this, but I was just merely following the instructions. So this is what I like to do, is to reduce the amount of flexing that's going to happen with this piece. If you were to start pulling on this, you'd have to flex this out to fit around the tip of the hood here, and then that would put more stress on this, and I want to baby that thing's existence. And then we have another issue, which is this little pin right here likes to come out, and I've been able to snap it back in with needle nose pliers, but it just is going to keep coming out again. I think it snaps in better than this hip piece, but it's ultimately the same type of deal where you just gotta keep popping it back on every time it pops off. So here we have a collection of all the things. It's like a model kit. It's like a Lego set. It's like one of those Creo, take it apart, put it back together situations. So that sucks, but I'm gonna have nice things to say about it too. Lift this up. There, like that. Now this can slide, rotate out a little more comfortably. And then we can get the arm out of the way. But it's on a tiny little piece of plastic here, so I want to hold it before I go turning. Okay. Okay, so we get these parts splayed out, the arms out of the way, and then this chest is going to slide forward, and these this is some of the movements that I think are really cool. Is this is the chest piece that slides forward, and then there's these little round dome shaped things there, and that is where these rectangular parts are going to slot in. Let's see if I can show those appearing. Oh no, maybe I need to go forward more. There we go. And that should get up in there. There we go. There we go. Now see that blue piece has entered that little gray crevice. And once it is in there, I feel like it's more safe to move these pieces around. Of course, that one just slides in nice and easy. All right, so that is the scary part for me, and that's over and done with. Okay, so then, God, I don't feel like any of this is getting on camera. Okay, so then these are going to come up. Well, these whole pieces are going to come up, but this I'll get out of the way first. That's going to be his shoulder and tab onto that, and this is okay. I should have had this folded it up first, but you can just do it like that too. Okay, so then the tire here is on a tiny little arm, and then you can flip it around. Okay, I guess before I can move that back, we should do this hood thing. This will be the first time messing with this canopy now that it's untethered from the rest of the body, which will actually probably make it a lot easier. To get these flush seams, you really have to like reduce the clearances, and it just makes everything less happy. So I guess now that it's no longer tethered, I'm just going to stuff it in his back. I'm just going to just stuff it back there. This is what you do when it's connected. You just get it all folded up, and then I don't know if it fits in there. Maybe I'll try to do that. Maybe that, yeah, I think that's the folded upness that it wants. And then, let's see. Yeah. It's going to connect to this piece when yours is properly assembled. And then these are going to fold up on top of that. It was pretty satisfying, that whole roof piece fitting in there the first time I transformed it before it fell off. So, you know, just be careful with that part if you're going to get it. The inside of the tire is supposed to be on the inside of the flap and crap. And then the recesses of the tire, if you can see those are going to go around this this tab on the back right here. And that's a good thing to remember when you're taking it out of robot mode, because that tab's on there real firm. You gotta know the exact angle on which to pull. Alright, let's do all this crap again. Be careful with these parts too, because this screw is already coming out of that hole. So hold it when you're moving it. Don't just let the strength of the plastic hold it into place. There, how about that? Okay. Now, oh man, come on, please. There. Ugh. There. Okay. I swear, this transformation does have some really cool aspects to it. So then this slides up. And we're getting there. The arm piece flips up across the chest, and then the arms are going to fan out from there. And we are on the home stretch. Oh my god, did something just fall off of this thing? Oh man, there's all this shredded blue plastic down here. I know my station's a mess, but all these blue flecks. Oh man, there's red flecks too. So the paint is coming off slowly but surely as well. And actually, there's some red scuffs there. Those weren't there before today. So that's fun. Let's turn the waist around now. These shoulder bits are going to come off at some point on you as well. Okay, so should I get the arm in order or the shoulder in order first? Okay, arm folds out. This little annoying part collapses in. Oh wow, here's that that pin on this side. It is totally loose. Oh my god, you can't even push it in. It just wiggles around. That's totally gonna come right off, just like the other one. Okay, so this is one thing I like, is how this goes from being a right angle to a rather flat little panel. Okay, so there's a hole there and a tab on the end of this thing. Oh man. This arm thing, it's ever so tiny, and it's going to fit into the bottom of this slot. Sometimes you just... There we go. Okay, that's in there now. Now you can actually move the arm. Knew it! And there's nowhere to grip it. If I could just have somewhere to push in there. Did it work? Is it in there? Oh my gosh, I think it's in there. It's gonna be a really long video. I do not feel like editing this. And then, so yeah, this piece on the leg flips up and slides into itself. This part that wanted to have moved, and I should probably have put that part back on by now. Okay, that's better. This is a soft flexible that'll just wrap around that, and we'll replace these. Let's see, we'll be able to figure it out. I think it's gonna be this. This side's on this side. Oh man, please. Again, I just don't have any way to grip this. There's no way. I don't know what sorcery I must wield. It just hurts my thumb. Okay. Alright, so then let's see. Pop that in with the force of a human hair. This is the slot that's revealed by pushing this thing up, and this is the tab that undoubtedly was designed to fit in there. I don't know. I guess that is what it's supposed to do, and it feels like this is flexing this plastic to get it up there. And then the instruction booklet, it doesn't. I don't know. In their photos, it doesn't look like that. I don't know, for whatever reason. So I don't know. Slide down on this track here, and then it's gonna flip around and hang out on his back, and then we do the same thing over here. Okay, so then we'll do this tab over here again. Yeah, it just does not. It's not a perfect alignment. Decided. Okay, no, I guess it does fit in there. All right, I guess I didn't just didn't have success tabbing those in before. So I guess, yeah, there we go. Oh boy. Okay. No force. With no force did I touch that. So, learn to expect that. Maybe I should go get my pliers now. Stick to the plan here. Okay, so yeah, I went over all of the bad parts. All in all, I think it's pretty damn good once you get to the end result. And that's where it's also like X-Transbots, is because both the alt mode and the robot mode just look really, really nice. And with X-Transbots, the process by which you arrived at either of the modes was just an utter fiasco. And I know this one had like a ton of road bumps and road blocks and hiccups and flaws and breakages, but I feel like at the core of it is a solid transformation. I don't know, I really like how that chest flips in there, and the these outer chest panels are able to slide in on those tracks, you know, despite the fact that they're really thin and prone to breaking and cracking. I like what the legs do. I like what the backpack does. I don't understand the purpose of these butt flaps. They don't seem to have any apparent purpose. But yeah, I like what the thighs do. I like what the shins do. I'm not sure what the purpose of these springy things is. That doesn't seem to do anything in either of the modes. The robot mode is just, you know, really, really nice. A very striking, well-painted visage of Prime. And I think they just knocked it out of the park when it came to this mode right here. That being said, I am really excited for the Unique Toys version. That's got to have a better transformation than this. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be wanting to get my hands on that. These ears are basically just on little pegs. I was thinking that the antenna things were articulated, and I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. They let you move them to get them out of the way for the transformation, and no, it's just not glued in. Yeah, he's really cool and really disappointing. He's awesome and falls a little flat. It's a mixed bag. I definitely do not regret getting it. I like having been introduced to it. It's definitely one of the things where, you know, getting used to it is going to help, because, like I said, my first day I was ready to toss it in the trash or sell it, put it on eBay. But a couple more transformations, and I've definitely warmed up to it a lot more. So if the risk of bots breaking is a pet peeve for you, then I would steer clear of this one. If you don't like complex transformations, then I might steer clear of this one if I were you. But if you're patient and willing to give things another shot after initial disappointment, then you might be really satisfied with this. And I think this company, Alien Attack, might make some stuff down the line that's going to be a lot more impressive than this. This is, you know, a pretty, for an introductory, you know, piece. Did they do the Firage? The Dino one too? I think they have some tricks up their sleeve. Like, I'm willing to check it out. And they, on the box, it shows that they got a hound coming out too. And I think I'll probably want to get that. His legs look a little weird, but I like the John Goodman hound. He's pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, this video's going on forever. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a confused 7. Like a 7 with an identity crisis. But anyway, this has been another idiosyncratic look at a idiosyncratic bot. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, take care, and don't stress yourself out with stressful transformations. Take it easy. Have a good one. See you guys.